First of all, if I have a black background, somehow I am tempted to make a white mark on it. If I have a white background, I am tempted to put a black mark on it. It's only by contrast, when black and white are put together, that we know black as black and white as white. You can't have one without the other. That we think is bad, 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 and we're trying to get a world where that side of things is rendered impotent. In other words, we want to play black and white, and if we'll call white the light and the positive, white must win. That's the game we're trying to play. Not realizing that there cannot be winning without losing. If white must win, black must lose. But if black loses, we can congratulate black for having helped white to win. Because unless black loses, white won't win. Right and left, right and wrong. These opposites get tricky. But the point is, people are afraid of the negative one. Don't be negative. The power of positive thinking. That's all nonsense. The negative is the source of the positive. Now, the whole of our life is, as I said, geared to the thought that we might be able to make the yang side win. And so, in every sort of human enterprise, we are trying to have white without black. When you talk about improving the world, you are meaning, presumably, that you want it more white than black. Or whichever one you call the good one. Maybe you think the black is the good. It's all right, it makes the slightest difference. You know, which side are you going to take in the game of chess, the black or the white? It doesn't make much difference, except white gets first move. We think, could we get rid of the other one? Now, as you know, in all matters of practical living, it never works. You can have the temporary illusion of winning, but by compensation you will ever so often have the temporary illusion of losing. When you go down a step, from yang to yin, you'll feel, I've lost something. When you go up a step from yin to yang, you'll feel, I've gained something. How would you know gain without loss? How could you have the sensation of more unless in relation to the sensation less? For sensation is simply awareness of contrast. That's what life is. In trying to make it clear that so far as the improvement of ourselves and of the world is concerned, there's absolutely nothing we can do about it. And this is simply another way of saying the same thing. You cannot have more yang than yin. You cannot play a game which is win and no lose, or a game in which everyone wins. The game is the story in which the villain might win. And the whole idea of drama is to make it seem to the audience that it is the villain absolutely must win. There's no way out, and then suddenly, for whom the secret thing is revealed and the hero wins. Or if you want a good cry, to have a tragedy and the villain wins. But don't you see, there is no vitality unless there's that negative element. The villain, the devil, the nothing, the death, the out. You've lost. Finished. Bye-bye. See, if that's not there, then the other one isn't there. So the art of life consists rather in something else than trying to make white win. You needn't sit down and weep because somebody tells you you can't make white win all the time, forever and always, so that black doesn't exist. Because black by its very nature is darkness and it doesn't exist. You're trying to make it not exist. It's irrelevant. The very fact that it doesn't exist is its power. Non-existence is the necessary condition for existence. Just like you have to have a front before you can have a back, or a back before you can have a front. They come into being together, so do existence and non-existence. So what are you afraid of in trying to get rid of nothing which is already gotten rid of? But surely this is rather monotonous. It goes up and down, up and down, up and down, seesaw. Life, death, life, death, life, death. Or birth, death, birth, death, birth, death. Isn't there some way of, must we play this game? It's like the game of one-upmanship. You can't get out of it. You're always playing it. And if you say, I won't play, it means I got a more interesting game than yours. Which is just the same game all over again. You wanted a game in which white only wins. There's your problem. You made it up. You had to have that problem. Because otherwise, if you don't have a problem, you wouldn't know you were here. It's like, you can't be yourself without something you call other. How will you know you are you unless somebody else is somebody else altogether? Entirely is with reference to something over there, which isn't me. I don't know what it is, but it works all by itself, and this, you're pretty scared of it. And there it is. But I can't have this feeling without that feeling. They're inseparable. How can you have self without other? How can there be other without self?